Okay, I just have placed an order here, as you can see. Okay, just got filled. 1671, 1761.50. I have placed this blue line here. Let me put my stop in here, just below the low of the day. The blue line I have placed manually. The rest, what you see on the chart here, is the DayTrade The Markets software. I'm going to put my first sell at one point here. So I'm going to place an order to sell half of the position. Long 8 contracts at 1761.75. So I've placed that order to sell half the position, or 4 contracts, at 1762.75. So now obviously what I'd like to see is for that market to move up to the first objective there, and then I'll adjust the stop, probably bring it up to break even. So now this blue line, I just want to mention something about it, because the blue line here is an area of support, at least the way that we look at the market. We had a lot of consolidation over the previous 5 days. That's Wednesday through Friday of last week and Monday and Tuesday of this week. Today is Wednesday, November the 6th. So we had a good move higher overnight. We moved up above the support area, but as you can see, we have obviously sold off pretty nicely as the market has come down off of that 1770 high, which was a high that was formed, which is last week's high, formed I believe on Wednesday, the FOMC day. So we're just going to let this trade here for a little bit, let the market do its thing. I'll pause the video and then we'll come back shortly. Okay, you can see here the market is starting to move up for us a little bit. We have come to our first objective here, haven't yet been filled. So you can also tell we have not been in the trade very long. Didn't have to pause the video for too long there. So hopefully we can get filled on this shortly, and then I can adjust the stop. But as I was saying before I paused the video, was that this blue line here that I put on manually at 1761.50 was a likely area of support. That's the top of the consolidation area that had formed from Wednesday through Friday of last week and Monday and Tuesday of this week. So that was an expected area of support. So okay, we just got filled on that, so that's good to see. So what I'll need to do here obviously is adjust my stop, because now we only have 4 contracts left, so I need to adjust my stop to 4 contracts. And you can see here that it's moved up to that first little barrier area that you can see up there in the 63 area. So I'm going to move up my stop here, maybe not all the way to break even, but I will move it to a net break even. In other words, should the market now turn around and stop me at 1760.75, I'm going to lose 1 point on one half of the position, but I've already gained 1 point on one half of the position, so it'll be a net break even on the trade, less the cost of commission, of course. So I think we'll probably just maybe just pause the video again here, and we'll see how the market reacts, and we'll come back to it as time permits. Okay, I've started the video back up again, and you can see that the market has moved up a little bit more, which is good to see. It hasn't done a whole heck of a lot. You can see our entry price is at that 61.75. So I'm going to go ahead and move the stop to there, and I'll pause the video again here. I don't want to make it too long, so I'm going to pause it here again, and we'll see what we get out of the market. Okay, you can see what I did in the meantime there is I did put that sell limit in there at 64.75, and that's for a 3-point gain, obviously, from 61.75 to 64.75, and that's for half of the remaining position, so 1/4 of the overall position. So we'll see what we can do here, and maybe we can get a fill on this. We'll just let it go for a little bit, and If should we get filled, I will then adjust the stop accordingly. So the market has come off nicely. I mean, this was a somewhat aggressive trade, getting long immediately after the market had probed below the area of support, and then came right back up. So it was somewhat of an aggressive trade. The market could have easily turned around, but we are in an intraday up auction. The market had been consolidating, so I just felt that it was certainly worth taking that trade. Also with that trade, you could see that my stop was a very reasonable 2 points on it. So I might as well go ahead, pause the video, and we'll come back shortly. Okay, I've restarted the video. It did dip, as you can see, but then it's come right back up and got us filled. So it actually backed off quite a bit, a couple of points from where we had our original exit at 64.75. So we got our 3 points out of that. So obviously we're just now down to 2 contracts because we've now sold the other 2 contracts. So we sold a total of 6 so far out of the 8 that we originally started with. So I'm going to move the stop up here a couple of ticks, just 2 ticks below that little dip. So I've got my stop in there at 62.25, so we'll make at least a couple of ticks on the final 2 contracts should the market turn around. Now you can see up here, this is really the next objective, if you will, that next upper band, and that's in around the 67 area. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll sell just 1 contract there. We've only got the 2 left. So should the market have a nice rally up to the next objective or near it, it'll give us an opportunity to take a nice profit out of that. So I'll just go ahead and leave that in there. We've got our stop in place. So just pause the video and we'll pick it up again shortly. Okay, you can see I've restarted the video again. It kind of paused there for a little bit. Now it's having a nice little run up. So hopefully we can get filled on this fairly quickly. It's got within 1 tick of it. Maybe I'm trying to squeeze a little too much. I'm going to move that stop up because now it has had another run higher. So I've placed my stop just 2 ticks below the low of that most recent run up. As you can see, we had just prior to this blue bar, we had that little dip with a deceleration and divergence. That's that little dot and that little triangle below the bar just before this blue bar. So that's a likely area of good support. So I'm going to put my stop just a couple ticks below that. I've got my order in here to take some profit of 1/2 of the remaining, which is just 1 contract. So I'll pause the video again here and we'll pick it up as time as it. Okay, so I've started the video again, and you can see the market has dropped off quite a bit. Come right back down to our stop. It actually hasn't hit it yet. We'll let this run for a minute or so and see if we do get hit. What I did though in the meantime is I just created a little summary here of how the trades have gone. And as you can see in the top left part of the screen there, we started with a total of 8. So we sold the first half of the position, or 4 contracts, for a 1 point profit. So that's a total of 4 points. We sold 2 contracts at +3, so that's a total of 6 points. Now we don't know yet what's going to happen with this final position here. I've placed it in if we should get stopped. And obviously I don't know if we're going to, but if that was the case, that would give us a net profit on the whole trade of 650. But we'll just kind of let this sit here for a little bit, and see how we do. I'll go ahead and pause the video. Well, I've started the video back up, and as you can see, it's sort of a slow grind here, but we did not get stopped. The market has turned around. It's rallied up. Just hit our objective price here at 1766.25. Of course, I'm only trying to sell 1 contract of the 8 that we started with, which would give us a nice profit on this trade, should we be fortunate enough to actually get filled on this. So you can see I've got that upper blue line up there at 1767, which is the sort of the upper resistance barrier at this point. So hopefully we can just get filled on this and make an adjustment on our stop, and because the market is looking pretty good. We've had obviously a market that has been rallying quite strongly over the past several weeks and so forth, but we have been consolidating here for the past 5 days, and now we're trying to move higher again. So okay, there we go. We just got filled on that, so that's good. So we're just down to one contract, so I need to make an adjustment here on my stop for that final contract. As you can see, we're long from 1761.75, and I might just leave that stop there for a moment. Well, yeah, okay. Here's the two paint bars. You can see. I think I'll bring it up just a couple of ticks below the lowest of those two paint bars right there. So got the stop in there at 1764.50 for just the final contract. So I'll go ahead. We'll just let it run here for a little bit. I'll bring over that barrier. I'll pause this and we'll pick it up shortly. Okay, I have started the video again, and as you can see, it after we had got filled, it's come right back down to within our just a tick here now within our stop. So what I did is I made an adjustment, as you can see in the summary up at the top left corner, so that you can see how this particular trade has panned out. Obviously, we've got the profit there in the first 7 contracts. We're just monitoring this final contract here to see if we actually do get stopped with a 2 3/4 point gain. So let me go ahead and I don't know if this is going to get hit or whatever, but should it get hit, we'll pick up the video then. I'll put it on pause. Okay, we did get stopped on that. You can see right there. So the summary that I have placed over in the top left corner there, you can see that it started with 8 contracts. So we ended up with a total of 17 1/4 points, which is a net profit of $862.50. Of course, you got to take the commissions off of that for the 4 contracts, and commissions are usually run, for those of you that are not familiar with it, commissions usually run anywhere from $4 to $5 per contract. So with the 8 there, maximum $5 each, that's $40, and probably more like $30. So anyway, my name is Dave Johnston. I'm with DayTrade The Markets. Any further questions or any questions at all, just email us at info@DayTrade The Markets.